Hi there, I'm Lavellan and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition, episode 19. Okay, so we have a quest to pick up here, a quest to finish here, and then we need to get into the tavern and speak with Fiona. So, let's go looking for this other quest first. Might as well. Yeah, okay, One-Eyed Jimmy.
Please, are you with the Inquisition? As you've wandered, have you by any chance seen a ram that is, different? Lord Wolseley wandered off, and he's very special. If you could find him, I'd be most grateful.
Ah, okay. Lord Wolseley. Okay. Yeah, what do you mean by special, exactly?
What makes your ram so special?
Well, he's always brought the family luck, and his advice helped us make our fortune.
Your ram offered advice?
He's a very special ram.
He's a very special ram. Yeah, no one wants to admit that the ram is possessed, but, you know, it's just special with fantastic financial advice, apparently. Or at least business advice. So, what's the problem then?
Your ram has gone missing.
Yes. I'm certain that if he heard his Jimmy missed him, he'd come right back. He's likely at our family's old summer cabin. It's by the lake in the southern hills. If you do find him and send him back, I'd be happy to pay you.
Oh, well, in that case, I suppose we can.
I'll speak with you later.
If you find my ram, please send him home.
Okay, well, I mean, if he decided to leave, then surely he knows the way back. If he's such a special ram, maybe he's just off exploring. Being a ram for once. Rather than your business advisor. I can't get into the little walled off area. Okay, well, let's get in here. Okay, we can look through his stuff. So let's read this. Hero in every port. Ballad of Nuggins. Oh, the best of us ran when the dreadnought was sighted. Nuggins, Nuggins, for he heard the call. Tripped 9 Kunari, and that's why he's knighted. Nuggins, Nuggins, as brave as he's small. Oh, a shore of pirates, the worst set to happen. Nuggins, Nuggins, his heart pure and true. Tripped him an admiral, now he's our captain. Nuggins, Nuggins, for me and for you. Oh, the blight was upon us, and we found no pardon. Nuggins, Nuggins, now he'll make a stand. Tripped up the darkspawn, and now he's a warden. Nuggins, Nuggins, for all in the land. Oh, paraded through Kirkwall as hero and winner. Nuggins, Nuggins, stubborn and vicious. Tripped up a viscount, now he's for dinner. Nuggins, Nuggins, of course he's delicious. Oh. From Small Legends of Nugs and Foxes, collected by Philium a Bard. Oh, they ate their hero. Even if it was just a nug, they still ate it. Of course they did. That's what they do to their heroes. They burn them at the stakes. Or they eat them. It doesn't bode well, Seylis. It doesn't bode well. 65 gold and heavy adventurer armor. Okay, that has good constitution, but I'm pretty sure that what Blackwall has, it's just better. It's just better.
If you find my ram, please send him home.
I will. If I see him. Oh, no. Whoops, wrong one. Number 2, yeah. I don't suppose. No, okay. Never mind. I just thought maybe he could break that and we could get over, but nah. Alright. So, there's the tavern. We'll continue down this way first. I want to finish off this other quest. Hey, lots of elf fruit. But it is just normal elf fruit. Is it all normal elf fruit? Yes, it is. Okay. Well, let's get down. See if anyone wants to chat. Doesn't look like it. Nah, okay.
Blessings upon the Inquisition.
Oh, well, that's nice. At least they're giving us blessings. And that's... I don't know, part of a statue? Kind of.
We're never going back. I'll die
They
first.
say Andraste sent you to save the world. If it'll help save lives and bring peace, I'll be the first to believe.
Really? Will you indeed? I'll do my best. You sound doubtful, or I don't care what you believe. I don't care what you believe. Seylis, you should be nice, but no. Yeah, I don't care.
Your beliefs mean nothing to me.
Good. Perhaps the adulation of thousands won't go to your head.
Okay. Well, at least she's got a good head on her shoulders as well. Do you support the mages? Yeah. I mean, you're still here in Redcliffe with them, so you must at least tolerate them better than most people.
Are you working for the Mage Rebellion?
Mages are children of the Maker, no less than the rest of us. They struggle no less with questions of faith.
Ah, okay. So, does that mean you don't believe in the circles?
Does that mean you support their freedom?
Given a choice between the Circle and death, most mages willingly gave up some small freedoms for safety. But the pendulum swings, and now it seems any restraint is too much. I think they should have a chance to prove they deserve freedom.
Okay. They gave up small things for safety. They weren't given the choice of going to the circle. They're forced to the circle. As soon as their magic manifests as children, they're torn from their families and sent to the circle. Except in cases where, you know, their families actually give them up. Or something terrible was about to happen to the young mage, and the Templars intervened to save them. But most don't want to be there. So that's not giving up small freedoms for the promise of safety. Not really. Not at all. Yeah, are you alone here? Are you the only clergy?
I don't see any other priests in the village. Where is everybody?
The Magister had the others escorted out for their own safety, but I refused. He can throw me out if he wants. Until then, I tend to my flock.
Okay, okay. Well, at least she's dedicated. So you support the Alliance then?
What are your feelings on the mages working with Tevinter?
The Imperium burned Andraste. Since then, we have led 4 exalted marches against them. Yet in all those marches, they still acknowledged the Maker. Now I speak of him and the Magisters laugh. Something has happened and I dread to learn what.
Interesting, okay. The Magisters laugh. Now, knowing that most in Ferelden refer to any mage of Tevinter origin as a Magister, is she actually referring to Alexius and any other Magister that might be here? I think he's the only one though, isn't he? Pretty sure he's the only one. Or is she just referring to random Tevinter mages that she's been speaking to? I don't know. That's interesting.
I will leave you to your duties.
Make us speed you, my child.
Alright, okay. Well, that was
What's happening?
kind of
It's that
nice.
rip in the veil. You have to stay strong. Anything could come through.
Yeah, but it's not right here. Not right here. And I'm almost sorted. In fact, this entire area is pretty much rift-free. Except for the Chantry, of course. But we don't know about that yet. We don't know about that yet. Ah, okay,
Hey, Sister
Sister Tanner.
May I help you?
You certainly can. So you're with the Chantry, are you?
Are you a Chantry, sister?
A lay sister only. I work here to help the poor and extend the Maker's kindness to those who need it. It is very busy work, especially in these times, but let me know if I can ever help you.
Okay. Well, you can drop the act. We know you're a smuggler.
I found the letter you sent a Templar named Corin.
What? Shit. You can't prove anything. A letter from a rogue Templar. Nobody is going to care. So, what do you intend to do?
Okay. Special. You can do better with us, or I can get Varric to do this. I mean... I don't think Seylis would consider trying to recruit this person at all. But I couldn't do nothing either. This is just proof of the corruption of the Chantry, really. So we'll leave it to Varric. Varric will know what to do.
What kind of cut are they giving you? Have you got protection? I see a suspicious lack
gosh.
of guards. It looks to me like you've been cut loose. Maybe you should look for a new employer.
Are you serious? The high and mighty Inquisition needs smugglers? All right, I'm in. Seems like the Inquisition is the safer bet these days.
Okay. I don't see why we're shaking her hand, but okay, for the Inquisition. Agent acquired. Well, what do you know? Our Inquisition is at least not going to be exactly like the Chantry. But this is accepting corruption into our ranks immediately. Really. Not sure what I expected, Varric, but... Maybe I should have had Cassandra here. Doesn't anyone want to arrest her? Does no one want to arrest that woman? Is she only an agent?
You are quite the artist with that bow, Varric.
Now, Bianca does most of the work.
You have to aim her. Precisely. I don't think I could do that.
Too attached to hitting things with your fists?
Exactly. And just being in the thick of it.
I'll stick with bows. I really like having my own teeth.
Yeah. Now I saw something flag up. I absolutely... Yes, there. Now. How are we going to get onto that wall? Yeah, I'm just going to assume that there's going to be a point where that will break or something, because I don't see any other way up to get to that lootable there. Unless it's not something we're actually allowed to get to and it's just been left out of bounds by accident. Possibly. Possibly. No, okay, it's just going to push me off. I thought maybe we'd be able to jump to there. Maybe across the arches. But no, that's definitely not going to happen. Yeah, I'll just have to come back. I'll just have to come back and see if that ever disappears. Well, never mind. Let's get into the Golden Lantern then.
Long day.
Okay, and let's get in there.
Welcome, agents of the Inquisition.
Yeah.
What has brought you to Redcliffe?
No, yeah, you invited me here.
We're here because of your invitation back in Val Royeaux.
You must be mistaken. I haven't been to Val Royeaux since before the Conclave.
Yeah, no, I'm absolutely certain that it was you.
There is no mistake. While the Templars were leaving, you came to Val Royeaux and asked me here.
The Templars left Val Royeaux? Where did they go? That sounds... Why does that sound so strange? Whoever or whatever brought you here, the situation has changed. The Free Mages have already pledged themselves to the service of the Tevinter Imperium.
Andraste's ass. I'm trying to think of a single worse thing you could have done, and I've got nothing.
I understand that you are afraid, but you deserve better than slavery to Tevinter.
As one indentured to a Magister, I no longer have the authority to negotiate with you.
You've sold yourself into slavery. Unbelievable. You've made a huge mistake.
An alliance with Tevinter is a terrible mistake.
All hope of peace died with Justinia. This bargain with Tevinter would not have been my first choice, but we had no choice. We are losing this war. I needed to save as many of my people as I could.
By selling them into slavery?
Welcome, my friends. I apologize for not greeting you earlier.
Agents of the Inquisition, allow me to introduce Magister Girion Alexius.
The Southern Mages are under my command. And you are the survivor, yes? The one from the Fade? Interesting.
Very interesting. But you're not going to have chance to figure me out. Where exactly is the Arl of this place?
I haven't seen any sign of Redcliffe's Arl or his men.
The Arl of Redcliffe left the village.
Left? An Arl would never voluntarily leave his seat.
There were tensions growing. I did not want an incident.
And? So why would the Arl leave? If there were tensions growing, the Tevinters should leave. This is the Owl's land. Why? Why? So clearly it must have threatened him in some way or influenced him to leave. Probably threatened. I don't think there would have been any other reason for Tegan to leave, to gather forces, to have them expelled by the king himself or the queen, whoever. Unless he felt really threatened. So, yeah. Just tell me about the Alliance then. How come there is one?
I'd like to know more about this alliance between the rebel mages and the Imperium.
Certainly. What specifically do you wish to know?
Okay. What do you mean by indentured?
The Grand Enchanter told me she was indentured to a Magister.
Our southern brethren have no legal status in the Imperium. As they were not born citizens of Tevinter, they must work for a period of 10 years before gaining full rights. As their protector, I shall oversee their work for the Imperium.
Right. Okay. And when exactly did all of this happen?
I'm not clear on when exactly you negotiated this arrangement with Fiona.
When the Conclave was destroyed, these poor souls faced the brutality of the Templars, who rushed to attack them. It could only be through divine providence that I arrived when I did.
It was
Right.
certainly very timely.
Yeah, okay, we get it. We arrived in time, it was timely. So what does Tevinter gain by leashing southern mages that have no rights in Tevinter?
What does the Imperium gain from taking rebel mages under its wing?
For the moment, the southern mages are a considerable expense. After they are properly trained, they will join our legion.
You said not all my people would be military. There are children, those not suited.
And one day I'm sure they will all be productive citizens of the Imperium when their debts are paid.
Yeah, I mean, you've got 10 years, Fiona. All of those children will be fighting age by then. Okay, let's negotiate. This is a long way from home, or I need mages for the breach. I don't want to seem like I'm making nice with this person, so I need these mages.
I'm here to get mages to close the breach.
Right, to business. I understand, of course. Felix, would you send for a scribe, please? Pardon my manners. My son Felix, friends.
Okay.
I'm not surprised you're here. Containing the breach is not a feat that many could even attempt. There is no telling how many mages would be needed for such an endeavor. Ambitious, indeed.
Not really ambitious. I mean, it's almost certain to work. Then you'll help us? We don't think small here, or I'll take whoever you've got. It feels like I'm trying to negotiate with him, and I don't want to. I'm a Dalish. He's a Tevinter Magister. The last thing we're gonna do is bargain for slaves. That seems like something a Dalish would not do under any circumstances. We need if we can't just straight up say I'm not dealing with you, then I think we're gonna have to rely on some sass. So we'll go for number 2.
Well, when you're fighting a massive tear in the sky, you can hardly afford to think small.
There will have to be.
Felix.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. Please forgive my clumsiness, my lady.
Are you all right?
I'm fine, Father.
Come, I'll get your powders. Please excuse me, friends. We will have to continue this another time.
Yeah.
Fiona, I require your assistance back at the castle.
I don't mean to trouble everyone.
Nicely done, Felix.
I shall send word to the Inquisition. We will conclude this business at a later date.
Yeah, sure we will.
Come to the Chantry. You are in danger.
I mean, that's kind of obvious.
Ooh, very mysterious.
Oh. It could be a trap, yeah.
There's no telling who or what will be waiting for us in that Chantry.
Only one way to find out.
Definitely. There is only one way to find out. Okay, we've got Clemens there. Something to read over there, it looks like. Alright. So, anyone else going to flag up? Linnea. Okay.
We don't need your kind here. Your Inquisition's just Templars by another name.
Oh, really? And the Tevinters are better?
You'd rather bow to Tevinter than join the Inquisition.
Don't tell me you bought the Chantry's lies about how evil Tevinter is. It's just because they're ruled by mages. No one wants us to look at them and say their mages are free and the world hasn't ended.
But don't they use blood magic? Yeah.
But don't Magisters summon demons and practice human sacrifice?
The Chantry says whatever they think will scare us. What's wrong with blood magic?
Oh,
People don't
dear.
like the idea of us controlling their thoughts, but they have no problem with us throwing fireballs in their wars. In Tevinter, the mages police themselves. It works.
It doesn't work, technically. They're a slave society. It's not good. It is not good. And they're Templars. which they do have, obviously, we know that. Don't use lyrium. So they are technically being watched over by Templars, just powerless Templars. Not quite the same, not quite policing themselves. Tell me about yourself.
Who are you?
Linnea. Just Linnea. Don't ask what Circle Tower I'm from, because we're done with that. We're all free mages now.
Okay, I want to help the mages. The Inquisition's different, or you need me. I can't say the Inquisition's different. We are leaning far too much into the direction of we need the Chantry for our liking. Far too much. I'd like to say you need me, but I'm not sure if she'd be saying that as a Herald of Andraste thing. So I'll just go with number one. I want to help the mages.
I'm here because I believe mages deserve their freedom.
Right. And I'm the Empress of Orlais.
Really? Are you? Are you, Linnea?
Go back to your Templars. We don't need you.
Okay. I mean, we're not going to be taking Templars in, but it's obvious that people would think that, considering the history of the Inquisition being, or at least becoming, Templars. So declaring another Inquisition is not really going to mean good things to mages, or at least they're not going to think that way, are they? Of course they're not. It's good that we've had that kind of opinion shown to us, because otherwise we'd just be thinking everyone believes the Inquisition is fantastic. Everything is hunky-dory. Really? That's completely open to the elements? Isn't this the kitchen? This is the kitchen. Oh gosh. Well, at least there's some light coming in. At least there's light coming in. It's just a problem that the weather would be dropping on their supplies as well. Terrible. Terrible. Okay. And we can go upstairs. Might as well check this out before we go anywhere else. Okay. Yep, there is a nice bedroom. Okay, and a tiny, tiny garden. Okay. And something to read. Let's look at the others first. That's something else to read. Okay, well let's start here then. Seers and the Alls met. 23rd of Ferventis. When I set out for the capital of Ravane, I did not anticipate arriving in the middle of a little provincial festival. The streets are thick with fishermen and farmers coming in from the countryside for some gathering. Rural life apparently breeds fierce rivalries. I've seen more than one fistfight erupt in the square outside of the inn. And do they call this music? Excellent wine, however, it must be Antivan. 24th of Ferventis. The agreement is sealed. The merchant had more jewellery on his head than Orlesian women do on their fingers, but anyone willing to sell me silk at this price may dress how they please. Sable, whose title is Anna Ian, is an amiable sort who offered to show me all's met tonight. Apparently the village leaders, hedge mages they dub seers, travel to Daimods twice a year to meet in council, forge trade agreements, and publicly pledge loyalty to Ravane's queen. Deals made at All's Met are seen as especially auspicious. Sable warned me that sometimes hotheads will attempt to settle old feuds before these seers decree binding judgments here. But there are also feasts, lavish gift-giving, ceremonies, musical contests, and other rustic nonsense. This explains the rabble. Still, it might be amusing to sample the local colour. I've just witnessed a lovely public exchange between two men trying to outdo each other with ridiculous boasts in the square. The most extravagant lyre was applauded and decorated with wreaths by the crowd. The Raveni are lively, I'll grant them that, and not at all afraid to drink with the Tevinter. Ha! Peasant oaf threatened me after I tripped into him at a feast. Bit of fire cowed him. Impressed ladies too. What enlightened attitudes. These people have fantastas as lovely dancers here. Must Remb get vintage from Innkeep. Label was blue. 26th of Faventus. Find out who's sleeping on top of me. Bring more robes next year. From the diary of Bescorus of Virantium, 932 Dragon. Got very drunk then. Nice. Well, someone had a good time. The annulment at Daimods. Ah, okay. When we heard of the injustices against our fellow mages at the White Spire, the Circle of Magi in Val Royeaux, I feared what was to come. Our circle at Daimods is small and isolated. It exists largely as a facade to appease the Chantry. When the other circles rose up, the Chantry sent seekers across the bay from Aisley to investigate. They found us mixing freely with our families, training female mages in the traditions of the seers, and denounced us as apostates. Perhaps they thought we were spineless robes who could be intimidated with a little bloodshed. Before I was first enchanter, I was the daughter of Captain Rivaud, of the Felicissima Armada. I know how to plan a battle. They brought with them a small army of Templars. We fought, and we might have won, but they invoked the right of annulment with all the unrelenting brutality that allowed. It is their right to put screaming apprentices to the sword, burn our tainted libraries, crush irreplaceable artifacts under their heels, tear down the very walls of our home. No mage has the right to disagree. We of the Daimods Circle wait now, behind barricades. I've sent word to our brother and sister mages of this outrage. When they break through, we will not die alone. Final journal entry of First Enchanter Rivella slain in Daimods, 940 Dragon. Wow. Wow. Because they were mixing freely with their families. Female mages were training as seers. So they were called apostates, attacked, and then annulled. By the Seekers. Ugh. How nice. How nice. Okay.
I suppose you're right.
So, yes, you. Talwyn.
Inquisition, huh? I wish to holy Andraste you'd gotten here sooner. These Tevinters make my shoulder blades itch.
They make your shoulder blades itch, okay. Tell me about yourself.
Who are you?
Name's Talwyn, formerly of the Circle of Magi in Hosberg. Lived my whole life there. Since I was 10 years old and came into my magic. 3 meals a day, quality education, a roof over my head. If you're not summoning demons, a mage tower's a fine place to be.
Yeah, if the Templars are nice and you give no one any trouble, they don't give you any trouble, I'm sure it's a perfectly acceptable place to be. But aren't you with the rebellion?
If you were happy in the circle, why are you here with the rebels?
We're all rebels now. The vote saw to that. The majority wanted to dissolve the circles. The rest of us went with them or were cut loose. I figured I'm better off with my fellow mages than on my own.
Really? Then how come Vivienne is leader of the loyal mages? Why couldn't the people who didn't want to be, who didn't want to leave, just travel to wherever she's keeping her loyal mages? Why couldn't they have just gone there? They didn't have to stay with the rebel mages. You don't like Tevinter then, yeah.
You're not happy with this new alliance?
Something's not right about that lot. They're not like us. Magic or no, I'd rather count myself among decent folk than stand with magisters.
Okay, so tell me about the alliance then.
How did the Grand Enchanter end up working with Tevinter?
1 minute, we were bracing for the Templars to attack. The next, we had a Magister ally. It was a stroke of luck that's given us an edge. In a way. Out of the frying pan.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was an edge, but sure.
Goodbye.
Be careful. The Tevinters likely aren't happy you're asking questions.
Probably, but who cares what the Tevinter's like? Let's read this. The Crows and Queen Madrigal. The first crow refused to speak. Oh, sweet, we've leveled up. Even when we put hot coals to the soles of his feet and peeled the skin off his face and hands with a paring knife. Oh. He opted instead to chew through his own tongue and choke to death on the blood. The second captive repeated what we already knew. Queen Madrigal went on a hunt and did not appear for the evening's festivities. Her body was later found with 4 steel swords through the chest. I asked what he knew about one of the 4 swords being a replica of Hessarian's Sword of Mercy. He'd not heard about that, or at least claimed as such. He later died on the rack, smiling slightly. The third crow must have realised he would not leave the dungeon alive. He seemed to hope that by angering Master Fiore, he would earn himself a quick death. The crow tried our patience with pithy comments while Master Fiore was trying to work. At one point, he made a remark about Fiore's mother, which I shall not repeat here. I will admit to feeling admiration for his ability to retain a capacity for coherent speech, and even some wit while under extreme duress. Amid all his useless chatter, this third crow did raise an important point. His guild has a reputation to uphold. They are ruthless, efficient, and discreet. How would they maintain such notoriety if agents routinely revealed the names of employers with something as banal as torture? This gave me pause. I called for a halt to the session. After some thought, I stabbed the man through the heart and set the 4th and 5th crow captives free. If there is a confession to be extracted, it will not be done with pain. I recommend we abandon this course of action. A report by Captain Aristide, tasked with investigating the assassination of Queen Madrigal of Antiva. Yeah, I mean, everyone was tortured as part of his training. You know, they are trained to endure and resist torture, so at least the 4th and 5th weren't tortured, so there is that. And Clemens, let's speak with you.
Magister Alexius wishes only mages to remain in Redcliffe. He will approve of you. He does not approve of me. Many villagers have already left to escape his ire.
Right. What do you mean he disapproves of you?
What does the Magister have against you?
He does not like to be reminded of what mages can become. He says all Tranquil must leave Redcliffe, but who would take us in?
Right. All Tranquil must leave. Even just saying that. I mean, where exactly would they go? The mages they're just allowing them to be killed. They're not doing anything to protect them. But forcing all of the Tranquil to leave. There should still be at least some mages going with them, or, you know, because they're not going to survive on their own, are they? They're not going to, and they are part of the rebellion, whether they have personal feelings towards it or not. You're Tranquil then, yeah.
You're one of the Tranquil?
Yes, my talent for magic was insufficient to protect me from demons. Rather than risk me becoming possessed, the Circle removed my connection to the Fade. My magic is gone, along with my dreams and desires. Those now in Redcliffe prefer not to see us. Right.
They're just turning a blind eye. So when did the Tevinters arrive?
How long have the Tevinters been here?
Magister Alexius arrived at nightfall, 2 days after we retreated from the Temple of Sacred Ashes. He forced anyone without magic out of the castle, save those he required to serve him. Even the Arl was sent away.
sent away. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I should go.
Farewell, then.
One moment. You are a member of the Inquisition, are you not? I am an alchemist. You must require potions. If the Magister will not have me here, perhaps I can offer my services.
I mean, this is a reminder of all the terrible things that the Chantry does to their mages. So we should definitely take this guy in. The more of them that we have in the Inquisition, staring those Templars and other mages in the face, staring Cassandra in the face, yeah, the better I will feel about, you know, being part of the organisation. We need the Chantry's approval, do we? Yeah, look what Chantry approval actually does to mages. Yeah, definitely join me.
We would be delighted to have you working for the Inquisition.
Thank you. While one lives, it is good to believe there is still a use for one's talents.
Sure. Agent acquired. Welcome to the Inquisition, Clemens. And let's get out of here. Okay. So now we need to go to the Chantry. Just a second, guys. The Ballad of Lord Wolseley. A young man is distraught that his family's special ram, Lord Wolseley, has wandered off. He is offering a reward for the ram's return. So we need to send Lord Wolseley home. And we need to put flowers on Senna's shrine. An elderly widower visits his wife's shrine each year, but the fighting between the mages and Templars have prevented him from making the trip. We can definitely do that. And we've got the Spirit in a Lake. We can definitely do that as well. I think the only things we're missing... Yeah, we can't do that because we can't get Felindaris just yet. And we can't do that because we need obsidian. So, is it Inquisition's path? Yeah. Yeah, okay, we need to meet Felix in the Chantry. A Tevinter Magister named Alexius has extended an invitation to Castle Redcliffe, but first his son Felix wants to meet in the village Chantry. Okay, let's just go.
Make a speed.
Yeah. Let's get up here. Very nice.
Good. You're finally here. Now help me close this, would you?
Well, absolutely, since you said that so nicely. Let's get some lightning in there. Oh, yes, the Terror Demon. Of course. Oh, we got that really easily, didn't we? Let's see if I can... Oh, no, it is coming for me. Damn it. Okay, well, never mind. Get some lightning into you. Okay, and paralyze you. And a rear. Sweet. And done. Nice and easy. Oh, Dorian.
Fascinating. How does that work exactly? You don't even know, do you? You just wiggle your fingers and boom. Rift closes.
Who are you?
Ah, getting ahead of myself again, I see. Dorian of House Parvus, most recently of Minrathous. How do you do? Magister Alexius was once my mentor, so my assistance should be valuable, as I'm sure you can imagine.
As I'm sure I can imagine. Yeah, so, hang on. I was expecting Felix.
I was expecting Felix to be here.
I'm sure he's on his way. He was to give you the note, then meet us here after ditching his father.
Really? Yeah, what's wrong with Felix?
Alexius couldn't jump to Felix's side fast enough when he pretended to be faint. Is something wrong with him?
He's had some lingering illness for months.
Felix is an only child, and Alexius is being a mother hen, most likely.
Right, so... whatever. You're a magister.
Are you a magister?
All right, let's say this once. I'm a mage from Tevinter, but not a member of the Magisterium. I know Southerners use the terms interchangeably, but that only makes you sound like barbarians.
So why help us? Quit grandstanding. Or did you send the note? I'd like it if you quit grandstanding, yeah.
Stop talking like you're waiting for applause. Just tell me what's going on.
What? There's no applause? Fine. Look, you must know there's danger. That should be obvious even without the note. Let's start with Alexius claiming the allegiance of the mage rebels out from under you. As if by magic, yes? Which is exactly right. To reach Redcliffe, before the Inquisition, Alexius distorted time itself.
To get here before me? Yeah.
He arranged it so he could arrive here just after the Divine died.
You catch on quick.
That is fascinating if true, and almost certainly dangerous.
The rift you closed here. You saw how it twisted time around itself, sped some things up and slowed others down. Soon, there will be more like it, and they'll appear further and further away from Redcliffe. The magic Alexius is using is wildly unstable, and it's unraveling the world.
What, the entire world? How could it possibly do that from one rift? Well, two, I suppose, if you count the one outside of the gates to Redcliffe. What's your evidence? I would like that. I'd like to know that, definitely.
I'd like more proof than magical time control. Go with it.
I know what I'm talking about. I helped develop this magic. When I was still his apprentice, it was pure theory. Alexius could never get it to work. What I don't understand is why he's doing it, ripping time to shreds just to gain a few hundred lackeys.
He didn't do it for them.
Right.
Took you long enough. Is he getting suspicious?
No, but I shouldn't have played the illness card. I thought he'd be fussing over me all day. My father's joined a cult, Tevinter supremacists. They call themselves Venatori. And I can tell you one thing. Whatever he's done for them, he's done it to get to you.
To get to me? Well, of course. Who doesn't want to get to me? Why tell me this?
Alexius is your father. Why are you working against him?
For the same reason Dorian works against him. I love my father, and I love my country. But this? Cults? Time magic? What he's doing now is madness. For his own sake, you have to stop him.
It would also be nice if he didn't rip a hole in time. There's already a hole in the sky.
There is, okay. Assuming that we believe his time story. Why does he want me?
Why would he rearrange time and indenture the Mage Rebellion just to get to me?
They're obsessed with you, but I don't know why. Perhaps because you survived the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
You can close the rifts. Maybe there's a connection. Or they see you as a threat.
If the Venatori are behind those rifts or the breach in the sky, they're even worse than I thought.
Okay, so... how do we stop him? I'm flattered. Oh, he doesn't scare me. He doesn't scare me.
I'm not afraid of Alexius.
You know you're his target. Expecting the trap is the first step in turning it to your advantage. I can't stay in Redcliffe. Alexius doesn't know I'm here, and I want to keep it that way for now. But whenever you're ready to deal with him, I want to be there. I'll be in touch. Oh, and Felix, try not to get yourself killed.
There are worse things than dying, Dorian.
There sure are. Okay, power +1. And we have a chantry to check out. Okay, any remains? No. I suppose we didn't really get enough hits in and all of that. I mean, those demons were very easy to kill. Probably not worth giving us some remains. But there is something to read. The Troubles of a Chantry Scholar. As students of culture, it is important to always recognise your biases. I wear my Chantry perspective openly, for if my readers do not understand the lens through which I view the world, they cannot account for how these biases may colour my writing. Gathering accurate information is challenging in a place as vast and fragmented as Thedas. One man may go on at length about lurid dealings with a king, then refuse to provide his name or some proof of the account. Other sources may conflict wildly. Fixing travel to some of the more remote areas of the continent is nothing compared to the difficulty I've had finding contacts I can trust. I cannot tell you how many times reputable people have tried to deceive me, sometimes for personal notoriety, more often in the interest of a pet cause. Trustworthy Kunari, Dalish, and Tevinter contacts are especially scarce, and I prize those I've kept friendly. Often it is I who must earn their trust. Texts, too, can be unreliable. From extensive readings, I have determined that Andraste was a Ferelden or Legion who was born in every town from here to Hosberg. What little remains of Elven history has been told and retold, shifted and skewed until the tales are unrecognisable. I have particular respect for the dwarves, for there is no other people so obsessed with recording an accurate and complete history. If only the shapers were as open as the skies they fear. If I can be honest, the long reign of the Chantry has made the recording of reality at times a trial. Most common histories have been rewritten through the filter of my religion. Everything has meaning as it pertains to the Maker, and while this is unavoidable, it sometimes leads to conflicts between what is officially taught by the Chantry and what I have seen with my own eyes. While my belief in the Maker is absolute, only a fool would ignore the lessons to be learned from other societies and religions. Take the Fade. Was it the kingdom of the Maker, as common knowledge dictates, or the realm of the Tevinter old gods? Few people would contest its existence, but beyond that, there is little agreement among scholars. Though there are many who would disagree with me, I have come to believe nothing is for certain. I've met too many people and encountered too many perspectives not to keep an open mind about these things. Excerpt from a lecture by Brother Genitive at the University of Orlais, delivered shortly after the release of his seminal work, In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar. Right. And we've been getting chapters from that all throughout our history section. Okay. Oh. A big chest. Well, don't mind if I do. Loot the Chantry. Well, yes. 149 gold, balanced dual blade grip schematic, an Antivan bleeder. Sweet. Oh. Yep, keep looting the Chantry. Prayer stones. Okay. Not quite as worth it. Okay. And no, we can't get to that door. Can we get to this one? Yes, but we can't go through it. Okay. Well, never mind then. Looks like we're done in here. And let's go.
You think they're right? Alexius is setting a trap for us.
I'm sure he is. Everything about that Magister practically screamed, "I'm setting a trap."
Yeah.
Right. That's why.
Okay, so anything left to do? I don't think so. I mean, there's a few locked doors that we can't get into, but we need, was it 3 or 4 perk points into secrets? I think it is. Yeah, just to get that, to unlock those doors. Not going to be happening anytime soon. Okay, so we have flowers for Senna. I can definitely do that. The Ballad of Lord Wolsey, and the Spirit in the Lake. Okay, well, we might as well come over here to this forest camp. We'll leave the flowers for Senna. Yeah. Okay. And And it's right there. Which is just up the hill. Okay. Oh. I see a red dot. Oh, a bear. Okay. An array. Yep.
One less to worry about.
Oof. Very nice. One bear hide. Just one. Okay. And, oh, a little shrine here. Okay. Let's wait for that light to disappear. There we go. Let's place some flowers. Okay, and read. Text on Senna's shrine. Senna, beloved, may your ashes be gathered by Felondin and carried safely, after all the long years you carried me. Oh. Yeah, okay, that is a that's a statue. That is a statue. That was kind of creepy to look at. I was thinking, did they just desiccate the corpse and leave it there? But no. It's fine. It's not that at all. Okay. And up here. We'll look for Lord Wolseley. Let's get to the upper lake. Right, and it's up there. Let's get over there. Okay, yep, there he is. I see him. Or I did see him. Has he run off? Has he run away? There he is. Okay. Lord Wolseley.
Lord Wolseley, I presume? A young man named Jimmy would very much like you to return home. Ah, good.
Okay. So he is going home. It is going home. Good. Alright then, and then there's just the spirit in the lake. Just the spirit in the lake then. And we should have enough blood lotus, but just in case, let's just grab another. Let's place the blood lotus here. Once the light has disappeared. Yeah, there we go. Oh yes. Warlord Greatsword and Belt of Urgency. Very nice. Well, thank you, Spirit in the Lake. That was a great sword though, wasn't it? So really only Bull will be able to use that. And it's not going to be as good as Avar Raider Greatsword, really? Well, that's a shame. That is a shame. Okay. Okay, and the other one was a belt, wasn't it? Belt of Urgency. The wearer of this belt gains a small boost to attack speed when below 50% health. Is anyone missing a belt? No. So, we'll just have that. We'll just have it. And be happy. +5 magic. Let's give you... I suppose we don't need the Packmaster's amulet, so yeah. Have the Enhanced Amulet of Magic, Seylis. Okay. And what do we have now? We just need to return. Yep, we just need to return. So, Let's travel back to Redcliffe. Okay. And I guess we must be really close to that cabin again. Yeah, we are. Well, we can ignore our compass pulsing at us. So we can't get through the door.
It's good to see you.
Let's get down here to you.
I do not suppose you found my Senna's shrine. I know it is a long way to go.
I've done it. Don't you worry, I've done it.
I cleaned Senna's shrine and placed the flowers. May her ashes be gathered by Falondine and carried safely.
After all the long years she carried me, thank you. You do a foolish old man too much kindness. Masteranus, Dalish, take this with my gratitude. Senna would have wanted you to have it.
Oh, thank you, thank you. See if I can get anything else from you.
Masteranus, friend. Falondine guide your steps. Or the Maker, as you like.
Yeah, not the Maker. Not the Maker. Although Falondine as a guide, probably not the best bet. But you know, with Dalish we don't know that. It sounds great to me.
Blessings upon the
Okay, and let's get back to Wolseley. Oh, have we spoken to you?
Thank the Maker you came. Tell me you're here to reinstate the circles and end this madness.
Really? Who are you?
I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Hanley Dervain of the Cumberland Circle of Magi. I heard of your miraculous survival at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and I am so honored to meet you.
Right, right. Why do you want to go back to a circle?
I thought this was the stronghold of the rebellion. Why do you want the circles back?
I never supported this rebellion. I'm a loyal Andrastian, and I deplore the chaos this war has wrought. The Templars rebelling, the murder of the Most Holy. I can scarce live with the guilt.
The guilt of what? Why are you here?
Then what are you doing in Redcliffe?
The circles voted. Rebellion won out. What was I to do? Launch a counter-rebellion on my own? I followed my first enchanter's lead, as I always have. She brought us here.
Right, well, you shouldn't have stayed here. You should have gone to the Loyal Mages. Let's talk about Tevinter.
I take it you don't support the Tevinters.
Andraste's ashes, never. They don't even sing the right chant. And they sacrifice children, don't they? I don't know how the Grand Enchanter could think of accepting their offer. You can get us out of this bargain, can't you? Before we're all shipped off to the Imperium like cattle.
Where are they?
I haven't seen anyone from Tevinter in the village.
They're all at the castle, plotting, no doubt.
No doubt. Yeah, well, no promises.
Thank you for your time.
It's been an honor.
Yeah, okay. Well, you definitely should have. You should have just gone to Vivienne. I suppose since so many people who were actually loyal came with the rebel mages, that means that they didn't have provision for the loyal mages at all. No one was making a place for them and or telling them where they should go, where they should congregate. And that's unfortunate. Well, unfortunate for the loyalists anyway.
Something like that.
Why not have them all in one place?
Thank you.
Yeah, they're just a detriment to the cause.
Lord Wolseley came back! He says you convinced him. Here, for all your trouble.
Okay. I assume we got something other than influence. But it looks
Thank
like
you
that was
so
all we got.
much. It's so good to have Lord Wolseley back.
Yeah. I'm sure it is. There's Lord Wolseley, standing at the wall, wondering where those open fields have gone. But I mean, he came back, so I guess he doesn't mind it that much. But that tiny little pen compared to the open fields and, you know, the lake that he was frolicking in before. Okay, you did level up, didn't you? Yes, you did. Let's give her Energy Storm. I want the extra weapon damage, and I don't mind about targets being selected at random because, you know, it's not often that we have a lot of targets, so it should be fine. Unless it decides to target something that isn't an enemy, which is possible, but we'll see then. We will see. Did anyone else level up? No? Okay. And it's time to leave. I do believe. I think that's everything. Yeah, okay. So, it's time to go to Haven. Okay. So, we do have some stuff to go through our equipment. We've got some new schematics. Let's have a look here first, see if we've got anything new. Nope, okay.
You know, Arnsberg, you actually are a good rider under all that fog.
Thank you. Kindly.
You still belong up with the nobles, but I'm glad you stayed down here in the dirt with us peasants.
I had the most selfish of reasons for it, honestly.
Oh.
The Inquisition scouts are getting all of Master Dennett's best horses.
Arse.
Oh, that's sweet. I like ambient dialogue that actually seems to go somewhere.
More effective against demons.
Oh, does she? Well, we'll take anything that gives our blades a bit more bite. You mages aren't half bad.
I am no longer a mage.
Even better.
I don't know how to feel about Harriet. I don't know how to feel about Harriet. Okay, so let's start removing upgrades from armor that we're not using. Okay, Varric can have those legs, at least for right now. We need to make some more. And it looks like we don't have anything to remove from any of the weapons we have. Okay. Well then. Cassandra, can we actually give you anything? No. Can't give you anything better. Oh no, wait, we can give you a better shield. But you could have the heater shield. Okay. Accessories. Yeah, everybody's got a belt. Everyone has one. No, Vivienne does not have an amulet. She can have the life ward then. Yep, okay. So, let's sell some of this stuff. And then see about crafting some new armor if we can get anything that's actually going to upgrade our armor class anyway. Armor rating, sorry. Okay, so what do we have here? 89. Hey, we could get 104. We could get the 104 armor rating. I think we'd go with High Ever Weave. Bear hide. Yeah, let's craft that. Ice Walker Apprentice Coat. Okay, so, do we actually even need that? This is better. Good, that means we can give this. Give that one to Seylis. And the cast-off can go to Vivienne. Far more basic. Yeah, not as impressive. But never mind. It's still an upgrade. Okay, so let's get some legs in here. Enchanter male legs are tier 2, so let's take some ranged defense. Deflecting, absorbing enchanter legs. Okay.
Looks fine.
Okay. Let's give you that. Let's give him the Ice Walker. Absorbing enchanter arms. Okay, let's give her some armor, basically. Yeah, okay.
Very cool.
Okay.
Right.
And Seylis can't wear the arms. She can't have arms, otherwise it will change the mesh. So I guess I'm gonna need an outfit to wear in home base that doesn't have arms, and an outfit to wear out and about. But never mind. Okay.
Right.
Oh yes. Have those. Now don't think you need legs, but just in case. What is that? Melee defense? Melee defense. Yeah, you do. Okay. Have those. Sweet. Okay. That should be everybody. Yeah. That's everyone. Whew. Awesome. Alright then. I doubt there's anything in the war room that we need to actually sort out and get going. So I will leave it here. Next episode we will start off whatever needs to be done in the war room, and then the Sword Coast. So, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe. I upload 5 videos a week, so hit the bell for notifications. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.